You guys know what it is. May the 4th be with you all. Always, my brothers and sisters in the Force. I am so excited to be doing this live stream. Anytime you get any little bit of crumb of Star Wars, I'm excited. But when it's going to be 6 full episodes of Star Wars, I'm geeked out. Let's get going. All right, guys, Brent here back for Geek Friends. We cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, today's stream, May the 4th be with you. Hit that lovely red subscribe button if you love any of today's content and want to stick around for the long haul with all of us. Oh, excuse me. So excited for today's stream. Tales of the Empire is going to be amazing. Star Wars animation has been hitting it out of the park. We covered the Bad Batch just a couple days ago, and I could not have been more excited to see overall what that high quality content was. And I think season 3 ended absolutely perfectly. Sure, as a content creator, I wanted to be right about all my predictions. I wanted to be bold. I wanted to make all these call outs. Echo was coming back. Everyone was gonna die. The Empire was gonna win because we never saw any of these characters and anything else ever again. None of those even remotely right. I had bold prediction after bold prediction after bold prediction that failed, and I couldn't be more thrilled about it. Once again, Dave Filoni's writing, the Star Wars animation team, everyone over at Disney. Hats off to you guys. Fantastic job writing that series. You guys did a phenomenal job. Normally, I am very critical of what I've seen from Disney and Star Wars animation, but got nothing negative to say, nothing bad to say whatsoever. Normally, in most circumstances, I would let something like a 6 episode thing kind of breathe for a while before we cover it in its full entirety. But look, it's May the 4th. This is my religious holiday. This is the shirt I decided to go with, Baby Yoda, because Mandalorian helped resurrect Star Wars and put it back up because that trilogy did the damage that it did. And now people are once again, because of Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian. I wish I had a Mando shirt. I do have a Mando Lego helmet there, but because of what he's done, we've been able to get Star Wars back on the map. And we're going to do 6 episodes of Tales of the Empire back to back to back to back. It won't be playing on screen, obviously, for copyright rules, restrictions, regulations. We're not getting the channel demonetized, taken down for any number of reasons. We play by the rules here. It is what it is. You guys can follow along with us. I will drop things in the chat to let you know, hey, what episode I'm on, so you guys can kind of follow along as systematically as we can. I don't want to have us be in a position where I am talking about things that are happening in episode 3 and you're only on episode 1 or episode 2. I don't want to spoil it for you just as much as you don't want to spoil it for me. Hopefully. I don't know. I can't speak for you. I don't know you. But at the same time, I'm just excited to see all the great Star Wars content there. Once we finish Tales of the Empire, all 6 episodes, I will do a video breakdown on that one. Or, this is a big or, if we're over enough members here in the chat, either from Twitch, which, follow button's free, greatly appreciated, or YouTube subscribe button, also free, greatly appreciated. If we have enough people in this chat, 5 or more, right now it looks like we have 2 people hanging out in chat at this moment in time, we will also watch the My Hero Academia Season 7 on stream. I'll be watching it and covering it regardless. I just want to decide if I'll be watching it live with you guys, or I'll give myself sort of a break so I don't have to, pretend to be as entertaining as, most people are on YouTube or on, social media. So a lot of people pretend to be a lot of things. For me, it requires a lot of energy, a lot of effort. I'm antisocial by nature, but you talk about Star Wars, you talk about anime, I can talk for a while. And I'm really excited for what's going to happen in Season 7 for My Hero Academia. Those of us that have read the manga, hey, me, actually read the manga this time. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with things. The animation team for My Hero has been impeccable. I know it's usually intended for kids. It's more for a childlike audience, and it has been that way for a long time. This season and moving forward, things are going to be on the more adult side of things while still sticking to somewhat of a PG basis. We're like PG-13 or TB-14. Are we walking that fine line for this next season? And speaking of like adult shows, yo, did you guys see The Boys drop the season 4 trailer? It was mind blowing. I want to do a full video breakdown on that, and it was the reason I couldn't sleep. I was supposed to get a nap in before this live stream, so I'm not, being up for 20 hours. But because The Boys decided to drop the season 4 trailer, I could not sleep. I was so freaking hyped for that. And then you had, Tales of the Empire is dropping in like in 20 minutes or more from now. I am just geeked out tonight. Plus, My Hero Academia season 7 dropping. That's going to be crazy. So it's going to be one hell of a night. Because, look, is there anyone in chat who wants to watch the trailer by themselves before circling back? Because I really want to talk about that Boys trailer badly. I am geeked out about it. Comment now or forever hold your peace. I really want to get into it at least a little bit. I do a full video breakdown normally. However, with time constraints and because I have a pre-scheduled time to be here with you, the viewers, and I'm thrilled to do so in all entirety, truth be told. I love hanging out with the geeks. I love growing with the variant community. I love being a part of Geek Variants. Cannot stress that enough. And then with as much great stuff as we cover, sometimes things just overlap like today because, Tales of the Empire, 6 episodes. We're going to be on for all 6 episodes. We'll have a full breakdown of all 6 episodes succinctly covered in a video once we're done with all that for you guys, the viewer on YouTube. If you hit that subscribe button, it'll be easily there. You'll be able to come find it, come hang out with us, come enjoy all that good stuff. And as well, My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 1. I'll have a full breakdown of that as well. And I already told those who were here in chat early, if we're 5 members or more, still going strong by the time we finish Tales of the Empire together, we'll go ahead and watch My Hero Academia together. Very excited tonight. Very happy. It's basically my religious holiday. May the 4th be with you all, my brothers and sisters in the Force, now and always. This is the geek thing that got me into geek things. Star Wars was the gateway that kicked off so many other things and so many other facets of geekdom for me. Star Wars was our ground zero. From Star Wars, I went into Pokemon. From Pokemon, I went into just gaming in general. From gaming, I found Yu-Gi-Oh! And from Yu-Gi-Oh! I found, the TV series, and it just kept going till next thing you know, it's like, here's Naruto, here's Toonami, here's Dragon Ball Z, and so on and so forth. And as you can kind of tell in the background a little bit, I have a lot of varied interests from Game of Thrones to Deadpool. This is a Naruto shelf. It's not well lit. It is not well lit. I used to have a light that hung on the ceiling here. That's why we have all these smudge marks. But because my room gets so hot because it's on the side of the house that gets all the sun, couldn't stick up very well. Yeah, we Marvel, sports, which still a fan of it, Pokemon, Lord of the Rings, so on and so forth. I am a geek through and through. And with everything going on, I've kind of bought a little time here to talk about The Boys. Look, it's so mind-blowing for me that so many people say that Amazon can't make good shows. Between The Boys, between Gen V, and between Fallout, I would think an educated fan base, as geeks are in majority of cases, people would come to accept that Amazon can do great things. And I always hear Rings of Power as the biggest thing that detracts from Amazon's legacy. We can't tell the difference between canon and non-canon, correct? Because canon, it was written by Christopher Tolkien or J.R.R. Tolkien. That's it. That's canon, which is The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings books. There are some interpretation done by Peter Jackson in the films. I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy is the greatest trilogy that has ever been put on God's green earth. You can come at me in the comment section with another trilogy out there that you think holds par right now. Into the Spider-Verse would probably be the only one I can think of that would rival it, and I'll never hold it to the same standard because it's animated. It is so much easier to do an animated film than a live action film, and you can't debate that. That is so cut and dry. It just is what it is. The Hobbit films, though, because Guillermo del Toro was supposed to do them, then fell off. Then we had Peter Jackson backed in for it at the last second, albeit with a much larger budget and the same time frame that he was used to before. Couldn't deliver the same quality of product again. The Hobbit films kind of suck. I don't know where, in what camp you can kind of fall in on that one. But The Rings of Power, because it wasn't written by J.R.R. Tolkien or Christopher Tolkien, I do not hold to the same standard as what we have, elsewhere. It is non-canon, therefore I don't hold it to the same standard I would because it came from a book. They didn't even have the rights to what they were trying to cover. Just so we're clear, they didn't have the rights. The Tolkien estate said, no, you can't touch this. So the area that they tried going to, foolishly, I might add, they had to speculate on from a fan fiction theory kind of thing. And because of that, we weren't able to get the same quality of product that you expect. Visually, mind-blowing. Music, spectacular. The acting, at least from the elves and the dwarves, phenomenal. Galadriel, you need some work. Sauron, you needed some work. And I know having your two biggest movers of everything in Middle-earth for that series need to be good, but they weren't for me in that particular regard. So there was stuff that can be improved upon. Very excited that season 2 will be probably coming out near the tail end of summer, because summer is already jam-packed with amazing action. Star Wars The Acolyte, dropping soon. Same month, The Boys, season 4. Same month, House of the Dragon, season 2. We're covering all of that. We will be here for all of it. I will jump on for each and every one of those shows, and I'm geeked out about Star Wars The Acolyte. And we just got the news that the Skeleton Crew is reportedly, another Star Wars amazing product, will be dropping likely in December. Early December. So, Merry Christmas to me. Merry Christmas to you, the geeks. We're going to be hanging out together, getting to know each other. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers together. I can just sit here and live stream to anybody and anything. That being said, without viewers like you, none of it matters. We can't grow without you. And so therefore, I want to say thank you to you. Truly appreciate you guys. You guys have made this amazing ride. Seeing that subscriber count and the view count and all the watch time go up, it's been amazing. We can make all the content in the world we want, but without you, the viewers watching, it don't really mean jack. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. May the 4th be with you all. Take a little bit of my sippy sip, which is an energy drink, because I'm going to need it. I'm going to be up till like 3 in the morning. I think I woke up at like 8 in the morning. So basically be up for 20 hours straight. But hey, all things geek, for the geeks, by the geeks. And we at Geek Variants always like to say, let's talk about it. It's going to be an amazing ride. I got 15 more minutes, but look, I'm going to be that guy right here, right now. We had one of the best trailers possible, I believe, for The Boys. With everything that has been going on with Gen V, and lately it's been bad news because we had that tragic passing of one of the actors. And hearts go out to him, family, the cast, the crew, everyone who worked on it. But for Gen V to be as good as it was, and then for them to turn around and reincorporate 2 of the main characters from Gen V immediately, not even kind of, sort of, maybe, I mean immediately into The Boys for season 4 is incredible. As members of the 7, I could not be more hyped for it. I could not be more excited for it. One of my favorite characters from The Boys, Black Noir, coming back fully alive, in good spirits, and fighting Butcher. That could not be more of an exciting sentence. And then they still had the mutant chickens and the mutant goats that were flying around throughout the trailer. So all things that are the boys continues to stay as the boys. Amazon has pushed that envelope of gore, dark humor, and dark essence so forward. It has been just an incredible trailer to see. I didn't think I would like a universe nearly as dark as this as much as I do, but boy, do I ever. Boy, do I ever. And that's something that I cannot, fathom at this time and in this day and age, that people would just be like, yeah, we're in agreement this and everything's going to be fine. And they're just going to keep pushing out this kind of dark, edgy content. And it continues to work. It's incredible. I'm just so tickled at this moment in time about how much good content is currently going on for everybody and for everything. So very, very happy that we're getting everything that we are getting. With coming on for May the 4th, May the 4th be with you all first and foremost. I want to make sure I always wish everyone happy May the 4th. This is a Star Wars fans' religious holiday through so many things. And the fact that Disney usually finds a way to at least try and honor us in some way, shape, or form. I thought The Bad Batch was going to end or culminate with the finale on May the 4th, but instead, culminated just this last Tuesday night. We have a full video breakdown on the finale already up. So if you guys are subscribed, you guys can easily see it, or it'll be pop up in one of our latest videos. We drop shorts daily, so you guys can kind of see all the humor we kind of have about things being involved geeky. We try and keep it semi-current with some of the stuff going on, but that's enough self-promotion. I thought The Bad Batch was going to finish and culminate on May the 4th, and that was going to be kind of like our sending off of Disney Star Wars animation for a little period in time so they can have a break. Instead, we're going to get all this goodness, and I am most excited to see this guy. General Grievous has one of the coolest backstories for Star Wars out there, and it hasn't been touched upon. He has been nerfed in so many forms and so many facets that it's kind of appalling. His Revenge of the Sith iteration is almost laughable if you were old enough like I am, because I'm going to age myself with this one. Star Wars The Clone Wars, the micro series or mini series, I can't remember which particular label it had, but General Grievous was literally sprinting up a building elevator and then sprinting down a building elevator, chasing Senator Amidala, and he was fighting off, at the time, clones who were attacking him and the Jedi at the same time simultaneously. And then in The Revenge of the Sith, we literally see him get killed by a singular Jedi, albeit, Obi-Wan Kenobi, who's one of the greatest defensive duelists Star Wars has ever seen, period. His Soresu is top-notch, amazing quality. You're not going to sit here and just talk ill of Obi-Wan, even though he got literally bodied by Count Dooku within 30 seconds of their fight. But, that's neither here nor there. That's just me kind of leveling things back down. But General Grievous is an amazing character. I can't wait to see what they do with this. I'm a little shocked that Barriss Offee was continued in this form and fashion. Not really a character I expected them to go with. Having Thrawn in anything, always good Star Wars content. Always good Star Wars content. Heir to the Empire, phenomenal book, phenomenal series. So many great things were touched upon. It was one of the books that is credited with bringing Star Wars back so that they could get the prequels out, albeit people's perceptions of the prequels, because I had my perception of the prequels when they first came out, and then I saw the sequels, and I'm like, I love you so much more, prequels, because of this, but also because of what Dave Filoni did and fixing a lot of the stuff in betweens, the storytelling. He was able to capture a lot of things that were not covered in other aspects of Star Wars, certain elements like romance, because let's be honest here, the galaxy far, far away, albeit having so many love stories, having them told really, really well in a convincing manner that really touches you in the heart, very few. Anakin's not a Riz master. It's just not who he is. He literally, goes out and is like, I hate sand. It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere. And then gently starts stroking her exposed back without talking to her in any other form or fashion. And she just accepts this. My girl, you are the senator of Naboo. And you're letting this weird teenager who was like, 12 when you were like 16 or 17, just, feel up on you like that. I don't I don't want to be that guy, but there's certain things that shouldn't be allowed. That's it. And then later on in the same movie, he literally admits to being a part of the annihilation or wiping out of a entire race or slash tribe of people, which is heinous in any faculty. And your thought is, I'm gonna kiss this man in a coliseum right in front of everybody. What are we doing, Star Wars? What are we doing with those kinds of writings? And then Dave Filoni showed up and was like, oh, I can make this work. I can spin this around. They spent so much more time together that wasn't covered on film. I want to fill in all these gaps in between, make sure the relationship is layered and faceted, that is built upon by intricate and intrinsic trust. My goodness, English. That everyone was able to come together and kind of culminate with these films. And then he was able to kind of make it a little bit better so that the worst kept secret in Star Wars kind of made it sense that the people who knew and just weren't doing anything crazy about it, so to speak. They were just allowing things to play out as they were. And that made a lot more sense than he literally ran behind a pillar and then immediately embraces her, kissing her, even though everyone is still 15 yards that away. Even when all of us were teenagers and we were sneaking around doing foolish things that we weren't supposed to be doing, I don't think most of us were doing that brazenly. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and hazard a guess as to that. But I'm thrilled with May the 4th. I'm thrilled that so many of you are taking a look and watching along with us. It's exciting to see. This is Star Wars and one of my favorite holidays, period. I love getting to know each and every one of you geeks in the chat as we get going and as we start talking more and more about everything that is Star Wars to us, like where things began and how things are continuing going. I think there's a bright light going on with Star Wars. We're in a little bit of a resurgence, if you will. I'm not going to say we're at the high point or the peak or any of that nonsense. We're seeing a lot of really good shows dropping back to back to back to back. I think Mandalorian season 1 and 2 was incredible. Obi-Wan was good at the end. There were definitely parts that could have been better. Ahsoka was phenomenal. Andor was phenomenal, and I loved the writing for Andor. The Bad Batch obviously just finished. I think season 3 was the perfect finish for that series. I have the full breakdown on our YouTube. If you're subscribed and want to go check that out, it is there. It'll be one of our most recent videos, as you know, it only dropped 2 days ago. 3 days ago? 2 days ago? 3 days ago? I don't know. My time frame is mixed up. But it's there. It's phenomenal watch overall with how things culminated. And now we're coming back to Tales of the Empire, followed up by, The Acolyte within a month, with I know people are very on edge for, just to say the least, about The Acolyte, myself included. I have my nerves, I have my qualms, I have reservations about where it all goes and how it all pieces together. Because taking a jump like this as far back as we are, we need to make sure that all the pieces line up perfectly so that by the time everything hits the Phantom Menace, that things make sense. And I think this is Star Wars' first time pre-Phantom Menace ever. So having us do so in such a vivid and interesting time period that hasn't been touched upon before, but also still recent enough that certain major players throughout Star Wars that we've come to know and we've come to love, we've come to hang out with, should reasonably still be alive and major players in what's going on. It's interesting that that's where they would, throw their dart and be like, this is it. This is where we want to build a whole show or series around. And I have certain expectations for how the Acolyte will go. And if you're a Star Wars fan, let's just be frank here. The Acolyte was the most downvoted trailer, I believe, all time, period. So we kind of showed up in numbers to let everyone know how we felt. Not even I believe Justin Bieber's like baby song was downvoted as aggressively as Star Wars The Acolyte's trailer. So that should kind of show you the level of vigor and the level of irritation overall shown by the fan base to that trailer. I'm not saying they're wrong for doing so, but I'm going to hold my breath at this time. But I have my apprehensions. I'm 100% right there with you in terms of trying to figure out where that goes over. General Grievous, hello there. I am happy to see you again, my friend. Thank you so much for coming out and checking out yet another Star Wars thing. You seem to be the one who hangs out with me the most on late night streams. Appreciate you, Grievous. Hello from America. I'm very excited to see what we have with Tales of the Empire. We got 2 more minutes, guys. We'll get that ongoing. I will let you know in the chat. I will drop a message for you, letting you guys know about what we have coming up, things to expect. I know most of you are probably hanging out with Star Wars Theory, and he's a great content creator. You should check him out as well. But I'm sure you have if you've ended up all the way here. But with everything involving this excitement for this series, I am pumped up. It is 2 minutes to the official May the 4th. And anything Star Wars, just put it right here. It is in my blood. I love it. I crave it. I need it. It is fantastic. I am very excited to talk about Star Wars for the next at least 2 hours with you guys. I'm assuming these episodes are going to be 20 to 30 minutes per. If it's an hour per, man, oh man, this stream is going to be on for a long time. I didn't even potentially factor that in, so that could be erroneous on my part, but I'm expecting the 20, 30 minutes here of great Star Wars animation. I got a notebook near me for my notes, so when I do my full video recap, we'll have tons of great stuff for you, the viewer, on our YouTube to enjoy and come hang out with us. And this is my liquid energy to keep me going throughout the night. Not sure they're good for me, but boy, do they keep you awake. Boy, do they keep you awake. Come on. It is officially May the 4th. Happy May the 4th to you all. If I don't hit the caps lock here, happy May the 4th to you all. And boom, let's hit that play button. Give me that good stuff. All 6 episodes are out. We have so many cool characters, and we're starting with General Grievous. Hello there. I'm excited. Let's go. 16 minutes per, so these are going to be quick. Let's get it going. Star Wars animation. I got so used to the Bad Batch opening, I was expecting that last that I didn't get. Is this? This is Dathomir when it's being attacked by Grievous, because Dooku ordered him to take care of this mission. So this is where we'll get introduced to Morgan Elsbeth and her story. It's like how they got her off planet will be the most interesting thing I've covered, because they sent so many troopers for this. Oh, hey Grievous, how you doing? Oh, witch magic. That you do not want to play with that. Grievous going for that 1v1. Oh, oh, we are doing a thing right now. This lady's got the moves. Grievous's favorite maneuver. Very hard to stop. And she is doing an impeccable job of defense up to this point. And just kidding. She's just too elite of a warrior. I'm just wondering where all the Zabrak are. Are they not helping? Are they under a separate siege? Like, more questions. Oh, Tom's gone. We're finally getting some respect thread for General Grievous. I love it. Love to see it. Albeit, terrible form of fashion to show it off, but, semantics. The Dathomirian witches aren't exactly what you would call morally green. There's a lot of yellow in it. I don't even know what gave her away. Like, if anything, gave her away. That'll do it. That will do it. And she just passes out and then doesn't get picked up by anybody. Mm, that's interesting. Dooku? No, not Dooku. Trying to figure out somebody by the hem of their pants is super interesting. The path of fear. The dark side is a interesting pathway to many abilities some would consider unnatural. Hmm. This dark day has wrought. We'll say they got a uncanny resemblance between the actual actress and in the character they created here. It is like as perfect as it's gonna get. You could have literally just copied and pasted, and then put in like some AI that makes you cartoon like, and nailed it. And somehow she builds up an army from here. Excuse me, sorry. They burned everything. I don't know what they did to that sand, but it looks real. Even though it's supposed to be a rock she's punching into. I feel like because of this, she should be predisposed to hating droids. So they're all witches. It's just a matter of it's kind of like Wakanda, where it's like everything's broken down into little tribes, but you're all still part of being Wakandan. CIS ships, really well done. So Morgan is trying to lead everyone down the dark side immediately. Took no time between to make these things happen. Mm, mm, mm. That's not how that works. Fourth be with you as well, General Grievous. May the fourth be with you as well, everyone else in chat. Currently on episode 1, learning a lot about Morgan Elsbeth and the rehype for General Grievous once more. Hmm. Morgan has her roots sunk deep within everybody already. She's going to show them the dark arts of the Dathomirian witches. And I wonder if these three are the witches that we later see with Ron that we saw in Ahsoka. Just curious. Could be something there to that. Try to get some early predictions and see what's up. I wonder if this old lady knows more than what she's letting on. She knows how to do a thing or two. I would have stayed inside. Nope, definitely was wrong about the Dathomirian witches part. And the B2s are out. Oh, he's doing a thing out here. Alrighty then. Well, that's a thing. That is incredible. Her daughter's probably the yep. Eh, you were there for like literally a day and you caused all this destruction. Definitely, definitely interesting. That is a dark thing to leave a kid with. All right, on to episode 2. These are flying by. Episode 2, bang. This time, this episode is going to have Morgan Elsbeth meeting the one and only Grand Admiral Thrawn. Super excited to see where we go with this. Because last episode was a huge up for General Grievous. So, see what they do with our boy Thrawn here. Coruscant. Similar to the opening of Friend of Sith, but it's the Empire. You can tell by the updated models of their ship. Took all the red out of it, basically. The TIE Stealth. TIE Stealth bomber, maybe? Magistrate Elspeth. Hmm. Hmm. Of course. Magistrate Elspeth. Kind of still left a large gap between there and there, but I get it. Paleon. It's always interesting when you have a forward-thinking people. So Paleon is directly under Admiral Thrawn. Got it. The real reason. He doesn't want that answer. Because Thrawn is doing everything for the glory of the Empire, but he's doing it for the glory of the Emperor personally. He has his reasons, but they're not as cut and dry as I just want to serve the Empire. Got some interesting faculties to it. Go down the path of anger, of fear, anger. Two things thus far. This is her home world that we saw in The Mandalorian, where she had that battle against Ahsoka. Hmm. She's not making friends or influencing people. The fact that an army of people did not just try and attack those two droids says just about everything you need to do about know about that village in particular. That violence is not their predisposed path to victory. Many people are on Dathomir. Hey, good try. It's a really good looking assassin. I wonder if they hired him straight out of pocket to do this, or the Empire did this. 'Cause we haven't seen him in anything else. Fully agree, Grievous. Fully agree. Episode 1 was a huge redemption for General Grievous. It's nice to see. Oh, yep. Oh, nice pick. The people are trying to see what she's gonna do. AKA, they want her to die pretty badly. Oh, oh, she just literally slapped him in the ass. Oh, Leon, what are you doing out here? Thrawn did this. Rook is super cool. That is a very interesting design for a villain slash assassin. Absolutely fantastic. And they got the original voice. Mm, he's not Grand Admiral yet. He's missing a few pieces of things here. Oh yeah, Thrawn is killing it with the dialogue right now. Thrawn can work with this. Just literally like, okay. Thrawn is a dude. I'd be like, cool, yep, 1000% following in a battle, no questions asked. That was it. Episode was a banger. I wish these episodes were longer. Powering through. Let's go. Update again. Name of this episode. Has that shown itself yet? I still don't think the people are going to fully accept her and that they're going to turn on her here momentarily. Try and make her stand trial for her crimes. And that guy's going to be leading the rebellion against her. The rebels. Interesting. Know what our models are, that is. New Republic, dang. The Empire already fell. Just sneezing our way through the timeline. I think we're going like 10 years at a time. All the people are on pins and needles and they get things going on. What hasn't she done? A little bit. Or terrified. Hmm. Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Okay, Tales of the Empire, episode 3. Hate, fear, anger. We're just going literally down the Sith code mantra. Yeah, Grievous, Thrawn, the one and the only. Incredibly voiced, beautiful dialogue, a perfect iteration of the character. Remember this bridge from Ahsoka's fight with Elsbeth? Yep, strike a real pose. At least pretend you're doing something here. Beskar spear. Hmm. Yeah, this isn't going to end well for you then, Medora. Yeah, New Republic guys are about to get a rude awakening. Oh, that's a spear to the chest. R8. There we go. There's no way she's making it. There's just too many of them. And she's too regal to make this happen. Dura is doomed. They're gonna blow up the engine upon takeoff, and that'll be that. And that was that. I think this is a tad excessive at this point, but I think she's making her point. Rather well known. The episode of My Hero hasn't dropped yet. It drops at 2:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Up 2:30 a.m. Pacific Time, so about 2 hours from now. Tales of the Empire is what we are currently watching. We'll be switching gears once that's done and what cover everything for My Hero Academia. Bo-Katan? Hmm. And now Wing is going to be arrested and or taken out behind the shed. Yeah, that's three. Episode three was okay. Not really a lot of meat on that episode. We're switching gears. Barris Offee being recruited by the Empire. OFFE. It's gonna be interesting to see how her story went on after the trial of Ahsoka. We know her master Luminara was used as a false hope flag to get and capture other Jedi or throughout the galaxy. So that's interesting to see how this will play out overall. She's going to get turned into an Inquisitor. There's no way she's not. It's just how are they going to go about this process? And will we get to see the Grand Inquisitor in this episode? Okay, that's Order 66, Anakin's Operation Nightfall. Hmm. Operation Nightfall, which will lead us to the next portion. Oh yeah, I'm with you, Grievous. These Offie episodes, especially if they're covering the Inquisitors, which I think they are, is going to be crazy. It's just will we get to see the Grand Inquisitor? That's going to be the interesting thing, Grievous. That'll be the interesting thing there. We're going to see some interesting things here. You still feel the same? A new lease on life, basically. Anything's better than a life sentence. Try and fight for what you can, especially with her potential. Makes you question what devotion. Episode 4 devoted. Okay. The Inquisitor Homeworld. Very nice. It's been a minute since we've seen it, so its name eludes me at this moment in time. I haven't seen it since Obi-Wan, I believe. I keep wanting to say Exegol, but it is so not Exegol. Mm-mm-mm. Clones have already whited out their armor to go to the Stormtrooper look. Her and the other Force sensitives. Everyone's making friends. Grand Inquisitor, heck yes. Heck yes. So far, so good. Zero complaints, which saying a lot for Disney Animation. Thanks, Unruly. They're still under construction of finishing their base of operations. Amar and Dante are definitely on one right now. And Amar is going to get himself just eliminated here shortly. Basically, all you hear is a lightsaber scream, and that'll be it. It's all just a test. Don't mess with the Sith. I give you one instruction, follow it to the letter. That's simple. There's the Grand Inquisitor. the gem removed from his body. And he just proved that he eliminated someone. He's like, hey, follow me into this mysterious dark room. That's your best option? That is your best option, apparently. Times are tough. This series will finish up though probably before 1:30, so we may have a time to do a full recap here, do a recap episode, and then jump into My Hero. Will I be doing Kaiju number 8 tomorrow in the morning? Still waiting back for confirmation on that one. I double back, I double back. Such is the life of content creation. We got blessed with so many amazing shows at once. He's purposely trying to upset her, so she starts leaning into the Sith tendencies. But he was personally trained by Vader, so that's where his strength is coming from there. There we go. He's not even gonna be mad about that. He's probably gonna prefer that. Yeah. Dude's into pain. Part of the Sith way. Mm, 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 mm. She passed the first test with flying colors. So Barris is gonna have to kill Dante in order to move on. Fantastic. Elimination of a friend. It's just like the Dark Knight scene with the pool stick. We only have room for so many. The fight for human survival. Love it. You do. He gets it. He understood the assignment. Yep. Things are finally getting intense on multiple perspectives. Also, I don't know why you don't just force push him into the fence. 'Cause that would be the move. She just force choked the crap out of her friend. Okay. Welcome to the Inquisitors. Hmm. I wonder which Inquisitor she'll end up being. There was a lot of fan theories and speculations of what was going on. Episode 4 is incredible, Grievous. Episode 4 has been an absolute delight. 3 was a bit of a dull point, but 1, 2, and 4 have been incredible. Very happy with what we've seen. Do I know any of these Inquisitors? The one with the mask, we know that guy's mask is incredible. I want his mask. Make that for sale, please. I would buy that. Gladly. Darth Vader. Yep, because he personally trains them and puts them through all the paces. I was wondering when he was going to show up. It's not going to be May the 4th without Vader. Did they get Hayden to voice him? Or did they just resurrect James Earl Jones' voice that they bought? They had him do some lines before he started retiring. This has been incredible. That guy's at the very end. I want his mask. So cool. So freaking cool. Episode 4. That was money. I was so curious what they were going to do having Offie be the one, but it was the move. So far they paid that off in spades. I could not be happier right now. Let's get to episode 5. My time for the My Hero Academia episode, 2:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, New Wave. Sorry for the late response. Should be 2:30 on Crunchyroll. We'll have a full episode breakdown coverage with that, and we may even live stream it if we have enough people in the chat. So thanks for popping in, New Wave. Sorry for the late response. Watching Tales of the Empire now. Welcome to join us if that particular thing interests you. Which Jedi will they be hunting? Will it be someone we know? Someone we don't know? There's a lot to break down with that. Mm-mm-mm. Decimated homeworld. People sneaking around and hiding, afraid of the Empire. Safi still has not fully given into the dark side, even though she wiped out one of her friends. So I think things are going to need to be addressed in that regard. Realization. Basically, just taking us down the Sith tenets one by one. Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to devotion, devotion leads to realization. And realization usually leads you to truth or acceptance. This looks like Jakku somehow, some way. But everyone is mortified of Empire and the Inquisitors. Oh yeah, episode 4, 10 out of 10. Grievous, 1000% agree. No argument here. That was the best episode for a long time. Starving kid. Uh, Kid's about to cave. Oh boy, judge this. It's gonna. I was wondering how they're gonna keep the PG rating, but I would do it. The kid lives, but the whole village just got wiped. That kid has to definitely be responsible for everything that just happened. That was dark. I mean, they're both making points of some relative truth. How true they are is entirely everything. Nope. Dodge. Mm. Mm-mm. Already fighting, huh? Jedi's name was Lin. Looks to be youngling. Nope, that's an adult, just on the younger side of things. Evenly. Ooh, that's a good kick to the face. I love how Barris is technically holding back, and she's still this strong. That leg kick is definitely what Lynn is all up to. This is not going to plan. Barris is really trying to sell the Inquisitors as like a rehab for Jedi when it's the exact opposite. That's where the Jedi mantra goes to die. There it is. There it is. We could have used her, but you know, is what it was. You could literally make more Inquisitors out of them, is what this chick is not really grasping at this time. Ready? Oh, hi. Nice seeing you, I guess. Falling off a cliff. So Barris is just straight up quitting. All right, good luck with that. Vader will find you, and that will be that. She's betrayed everybody and everything, which we have a pretty good idea of where that's going to end up. And all because the superior Inquisitor, well, Sam was superior Inquisitor, um, decided to wave around their pride a little bit too highly in situations where it wasn't necessary. And now the only way out of the Inquisitor, just quit, um, is death. It's just who is going to give it to you. And if my executioner is Darth Vader, I'm not thrilled. So it will be a long and prolonged suffering. We are on the finale for the Tales of the Empire. So far, it's been incredible. I've loved what we've seen thus far. Really excited what they do with this finale. Because dollars to dime, I'm willing to bet we got Vader popping up at some point here to handle Barris. Unless her former master survived to push off the cliff, and then we'll see where things go from here. There's a lot to break down with what's happening. Whatever planet this is, you do not want to live on for any number of reasons. Mm. Yes, I will be doing My Hero after this. My Hero is coming up. I want to say 2:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's going to be something we're going to try and cover. Anime Hashira. And your anime is dropping in, I want to say, like less than 2 weeks. I'm very excited to see what Demon Slayer does when that comes back on board. We cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. So we'll definitely have your Demon Slayer covered in so many faculties, my friend. So many faculties. Very excited for that. And then the fact it's running simultaneously with season 7 of My Hero. Fantastic. It's a great Saturday, Sunday back to backer, including with Kaiju number 8 still running with our Saturday schedule, which will drop later today. Going to be exciting time. All of our videos are broken down on YouTube. We stream on Twitch for big important stuff, which My Hero and May the 4th for Star Wars happen to be same day. Long, so long answer. All that short answer, yes. Yeah, appreciate that, Hashira. Same exact name, Geek Variants. We're very new to Twitch. We just got on in January, so we haven't had a very consistent schedule. Something we got to work on. It's been my bad. Okay, Bears turned over a new leaf. Big time. So they were going down the tenets for the name titles, and then change it at the end. Micah is force sensitive, so that's why they got this here. But you don't just quit the Inquisitors. You don't just make that happen. It's like trying to quit a military force where they have your name, your social security, your photo, and with a high tech world, they'll just find you. Desertion, it won't fly. Could be. Because the Empire will come and hunt you for this. Someone has found them and is going after them. Barris is now old, so she's been running for a while. Episode 5 was okay, Grievous. I'll say okay and agree with that. It's like a 7 out of 10 for me. It's not the weakest episode we've seen thus far, but there was definitely something left to be desired. So hopefully we finish with a banger here. Great episode 6. Because I think she senses the other Inquisitor has found her and is going to try and get some revenge here. Apparently, when you fall off a cliff in Star Wars, you're fine. I'm sure Mufasa feels some kind of way about this, but you know. Live. That's the only thing you can do to repay her. Wow. I had the exact line. Like I've been watching Star Wars a long time or something. Even though I do not lean on the side that the Jedi are actually heroes. So we'll put that out there. The Sith are definitely not good though, also, so let's not get that twisted. There's a moral grayness to it all. Yep, the Inquisitor found her. Definitely had some feelings about everything. Does she even have a lightsaber on her? Barris is out here moving like the Grand Inquisitor did, but the reverse end of it. And all that being said, it is questionable that you just let her in because if she accidentally picks the right path, then the family you just saved would not be saved. But this is a very long and winding path, so we're going to see how things go. She should be able to sense their fear. Unless this is all just her mind playing tricks on her. It would be some kind of force sensitive area in the galaxy that just has everything trapped. Yeah, she's lost. She could not get it done. Mm, 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 mm. She's still lost. Their ship has long since left. And she's only getting more and more mad about that. Keeps doing that. She's going to cause everything to fall and collapse on her. The madness is destroying her. Oh, JK. She. Yep, okay. So I guess we're Barrisless now. So this episode is entirely about the darkness within you. Definitely interesting. Whew. So that's going to leave us with how it ends. Yeah, I think Barris's series started better than it ended. Oh yeah, Grandma Barris. She made it to an old age. Just curious how it all goes. Will Lynn find her way out? Does that mean she conquered the fear within herself? She did it. Wow, incredible. So that's the finale of Tales of the Empire. I gotta say, some of the episodes were stronger than others. We'll say probably episode 4 was the high point. Episodes 1 and 2 were also really good. I think 3 and 6 were the low points. 5 was all right as well. I think overall, I think the length of time on these episodes was probably their biggest Achilles heel. I think these episodes all could have gone probably 10 minutes longer, would have had more of a emotional and significant impact on how things ultimately played out. So that'll just kind of be a interesting thing overall to see how it goes. All right, let me also put up for everybody. Finished Tales of the Empire. Just so everyone can see where we're at. I don't want anyone like kind of walking in who wasn't already like at least semi prepared for the full on recap or everything going on. Yep, Kaiju number 8. Their clock's ticking right now, so that's cool. But I'm looking for is My Hero Academia, and I haven't seen any season 7. Actually, it looks like it dropped. 4/6, 2024, 4/13, 2024, 2024, and 4/27, 2024. Are these all recaps? Okay, those are all recap episodes. Thank goodness. I was gonna say, like, did I miss 4 weeks of My Hero Academia? Because that would be tragic. But now, basically, everyone's gonna walk in and think that they missed 4 episodes of My Hero, which would be nuts. That being said, we have finished with Tales of the Empire. from Star Wars on our May the 4th. And I got to say, episode 4, for me, at least, was the high point. I do agree Tales of the Jedi is better, Grievous. I do agree. I think episode 4 was a high point for this one. Episodes 2 and episode 1 were also great as well. 3, 5, and 6 left a bit to be desired for me personally. Just kind of balancing out what we had. Oh, excuse me, pardon. Tales of the Empire, I think, was a great idea in its inception. I think we could have benefited from longer episodes. The stories didn't have as much of a emotional impact that I anticipated that it would. I was hoping things were going to hit a little bit harder, a little bit closer to home, that we'd be able to give it more oomph, give it more punch, a little bit more variety. But I gotta say, they captured a lot of the essence and enigma and overall just quality that you'd anticipate with Star Wars animation. So that's been fantastic to see. Let me start working on here now. I'm basically going to be working on the thumbnail while I have you guys in chat with me. Just want to make sure that we're able to see kind of the greatness of what we have captured overall. Yep, I figured that was how where they're going to go with this one. Just work through some of the characters that have been shown to us. That way we can capture a lot of that spirit and essence that was going on with this series. This series for me was really, really good in many, many areas. I'm just wishing we got a bit more substance in certain spots. And the fact we didn't kind of hurts a little bit in some regards, but we've definitely seen worse things happen overall. I think this series had a lot of great high points, and we were able to get some more exposition on characters that definitely I feel deserved it. Just not necessarily the story told in its entirety the way I would have preferred it to be done. So let me know what you guys think in chat about how the series went and how things could have been done a little bit differently. Because I think Elsbeth's story was better, but Barriss had the best episode, if that makes sense. So let me see what I can do with this one. That way I can kind of scope out. If it looks like I'm not paying attention to you guys, I am still paying attention. I'm just working on a thumbnail for when we do the full recap for the YouTube. We'll have a full episode on it so I can kind of break things down with you guys side by side. I just want to make sure that all things are done in its correct order, form, and fashion. Episodes 1 through 6. Make that sure that's good there. Bolster that, make it a little bit nicer for everybody. Let me actually detach it, just make it a little bit bigger. That's what she said. And then layer that one, send that to the back. That way we have everything kind of brought up. I think those are the key members. How things should be done. That fits pretty good. There. Let's just edit that, tweak it a little bit, make it pop for everybody else a little bit better. I And then My Hero Academia, we're definitely going to be covering a live stream, probably. Well, we got an hour, so we're going to see how that goes. I really want to get this Tales of the Empire episode out for everybody so we can kind of get that broad reach that you anticipate. Not that there. That's not where I want them to be. Here, there. Nope. How do we feel collectively about the Tales of the Empire? We have some thoughts. We got some feelings. I think it was a good series. Tales of the Jedi overall, like General Grievous said in the YouTube chat, I think was better. I think there was more substance to it. They did have a really nice redemption for a lot of the characters, like General Grievous or Grand Admiral Thrawn got great screen time. Darth Vader made an appearance. So we definitely had a great May the 4th for everybody. Spark May the 4th. And we'll change that. Make that Scala. Boom. So how are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling in chat? Chat is fairly quiet. Normally I've got a little bit more feedback from people about where we're going or like how they feel on these sorts of projects. Let's see. There. There we go. And I wonder if I could just drag it out. And boop. There we go. There we go. And chat's still quiet. You guys really don't have a lot to say, huh? Kind of just a late night getting to everybody. We're just perusing our way through our May the 4th together. Because I know My Hero is coming up. I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions on that. And it definitely it's going to be an absolute banger. I know they say episodes 1 through 4 are technically up, but just so everyone's clear, those are all recap episodes because they've been away for a little bit while, like a little bit longer than they anticipate on. But if you need a little bit of like a quick refresher on the series itself, I would go ahead and take a look at those now. I might just hop in, take a look at episode 4 here in a second, just to see what we have going for us at this time. So there's that. Everything on that end is finished, corroborated. Nice, tidy, neat bow onto that one. Give us kind of our sense of scope here, our sense of scale. There. So let's see. My Hero Academia still hasn't dropped, guys, but we'll be there in just a moment. We'll have all that good stuff covered. How did we feel about the Tales of the Empire? Well, I've got everybody here in chat. We feel good about it. We feel bad about it. I think Tales of the Jedi was better, personally. But I think episode 4 was definitely a highlight and definitely showed what Star Wars can be when handled correctly with good storytelling and good plot. Not just saying that because we had Darth Vader cameo, which is always nice. Oh, pardon me. Vader's definitely one of those characters that you just put anywhere, and he has been iconic through so many things. My Hero Academia, there are 4 recap episodes up for recap episodes. Just for those who are in here only for the anime content that is there waiting for y'all, just to kind of catch up and see what we got for things, but at the same time, we don't have a brand new episode just yet. That one is supposed to be coming, here within the next hour. So that's going to be something interesting to cover all together. I'll be making my full recap and analysis for Tales of the Empire in a separate video, probably here maybe the next 20 minutes or so. Looks like chat overall has just kind of died down, so I may hop off, do the recap, post the recap, and then come up. General Grievous, a little favoritism on your own part there. I can definitely see it. Grievous was nicely done in this one. This was the respect that needed to be added to the Great General's collection. He has been someone who has been sorely misused, in my opinion, sorely misused, and not been properly utilized in the fear mongering capacity that he could be. He has always been someone that's very cool for so many number of reasons, but Revenge of the Sith did not give him his due in some respects and didn't give him the boost I would have hoped that everything could have given him. So it's going to be interesting to see just how things ultimately play out. And I still have that mini little panic attack every time I see that there's 4 episodes for My Hero. I want to put on the 4th episode of the recap just so I can see what it is, refamiliarize myself with what we have. For My Hero is nothing new. It doesn't look like this. Okay, seems to be a little bit new. So they're sprinkling some new information in with stuff we have already seen and bringing it all together. So, okay, there's some interesting things to watch for the My Hero, 4 episodes up, but you could probably watch maybe 10 minutes of certain of it, and you can see what's going on with Shigaraki and One for All, Deku, Bakugo, all those cool cats and interesting characters. And they've done such a good job in going from manga to the anime. Really excited there. So I will leave in chat and then post here so everyone can see it. So to recap, up on the show it right here. There we go. Bottom left corner, just so you guys can see it. I want to make sure everyone's got the same level of information here. The mastermind that is All for One of the best out there. Let's see what I got here. Nothing too new to add to that. If that's last season's opening, okay, cool. I will say though, last season's opening was incredible. Loved what they did for season 7. So let's go MHA season 7. See if there's anything image-wise that really just stands out, pops out, really makes things, look fantastic. I think that might be it. So I am very excited to get this opening. This is one of the few anime that have really grabbed onto me and made a significant impact into my joys of watching and learning about all things anime. Let's see what we got here. There we go. I love how they did that though. So they don't want me to use that one. Let's swap on over. That could be something. How did we feel, guys? How do we feel tonight? Are we happy? We excited? We nervous? We feeling good stuff for My Hero, or are we just more, on edge with how things are going? I mean, Tales of the Empire was overall very, very satisfactory. I liked what we had. I liked where things were going. Um, there's been so much speculation, so much speculation, so much speculation. But what they're going to do with season 7, people have on the internet are either very nervous or they're very excited. And chat's pretty quiet. Chat is pretty quiet about it. So I don't know overall where people are going to fall in with their beliefs on everything here. So let's do this one. Uh-huh. And same thing. Fantastic. Don't need that one. Don't need that one. Whew. Tales of the Empire, guys. How are we feeling? My Hero? Any feelings? Any thoughts? We're all just kind of holding our bated breath here together for that collective plunge over. No, that's not going to work for either. All these are fairly interesting, though. Try one more thing here. Try one more thing that we got. Nope. It is just not feeling it right now. Soon we may switch gears, and I may end up just going and doing the Tales of the Empire recap here while I'm refreshing with everything going on with the world that is My Hero. Because I am very excited to get this new season underway. I mean, that's pretty interesting. So, see, grab this, move this over here, boom. And now watch this magic we're about to do here. Boom. Part 1. And part 2 is loading, and then we're going to have a quick background change midstream. Ta-da! There we go. So, all good things, all good things. How are we feeling about this overlay? Want to go a little bit darker. Dark looks good. Very nice touch. There we go. Good job, everybody. Let's see what we got as far as comments. Still fairly quiet, guys. I guess chat has basically died down for the night. May end up just starting this recap episode and play through that music. Let's see what we got. Try and refamiliarize myself with everything that was coming from Shigaraki. Made him the way that he is. Boom. Watch this little magic change here. The joy of being able to move yourself around. I did not enjoy being in that particular area, so I was like, let's fix this real quick. I'm watching the recap episodes from My Hero while we wait. On one of our longer streams we've done since Fallout, because Fallout we covered That was an incredible series. Amazon really hit that out of the park. Yeesh. It is very interesting that everything that went wrong with My Hero went wrong because of one of the All for One heroes. One for all and all for one. Mm, yeah. And then all the PTSD woke up as problems. And then everything went wrong. There we go. Nice little fix there. Watching the 4 recap episodes right now for My Hero that they dropped for that are in the season 7 catalog on Crunchyroll. For those that are unfamiliar, so we can kind of work our way towards the brand new episode. Oh, I forgot about that. This Shigaraki story is beyond dark. The way he ended up the way he did is definitely something to behold. You feel for Shigaraki on so many levels. Until he's an adult, he can control his emotions, and he still chooses to be evil. And then it is definitely tragic that his mom was still trying to save him as he was taking care of her. Because he chose to take out his dad. He had had enough of the child abuse. He was not into it. My Hero Academia, slowly embracing the darkness. Shigaraki was just straight up using the League for its resources, and then decided to go about his own path. That being said, you put anyone from the My Hero Academia universe in most other animes or like comic books, most of these characters are getting bodied. It's just the unfortunate truth of things. But again, we're not here to play power scaling because there's no fun in that. It's an odd form of gatekeeping in of itself. Its name used to be Tango. Hmm. Shigaraki went through the ringer, and he came out the wrong side. We'll start the recap here for Tales of the Empire, probably in the next 5-10 minutes, and then we will switch gears, come back for My Hero. Probably like 5-10 more minutes, and then we'll switch gears. I'm still waiting for the new episode of My Hero. I still have to do the recap for Tales of the Empire episodes. Super interesting to see what they're going to do with this next season of My Hero. Watching the recap episodes right now, or My Hero Academia. They dropped 4 in Crunchyroll. For those checking it out, it's all stuff from last season, just with different narration. It still leaves off exactly where the last season ended. Like nothing has changed overall. I thought Shigaraki was the one that actually thwarted his own master's plan. He was just like, "Nope, we're not doing this." That's his own plan. And Shigaraki's just a straight loose cannon at this point. He's doing whatever the heck he pleases. And that's Shigaraki's grandma fighting against him. Gotta love it. Just a friendly reminder for those still popping in. There's 4 episodes of My Hero Academia they dropped. All recaps. All recap. All stuff that happened last season. Nothing new yet. In the next 5 minutes, though, I'll probably end the stream, cover Tales of the Empire's recap episode, post that, and then circle back for My Hero on both Twitch and I told everyone I'd be here. I will be here. So just letting you guys know who are here. Bakugo's ancestor was one of the people for all one. Of course, my pen's dying, but I got another one, so that'll be fine. Just so everyone's clear, we'll be ending the stream here shortly. I'm just watching some of the recap episodes that they dropped for Crunchyroll. It'll drop in the next half hour. I'm going to hit a refresh here once I finish this episode, though, just to make sure it's not a 2 a.m. drop as opposed to, anything else. So let me go back to see more episodes. Refresh here on My Hero. I want to make sure that I cover the episode live with you guys when we get there. So I'm going to wait one more minute, see what we've got, and then we'll be back because I do have to do Tales of the Empire episode recap. We still got to wait till 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, which it now is. Hit that refresh button. Nothing new has popped up. So thank you so much for guys who've joined this stream. I'm going to do my recap episode, get it posted. Then I'll be back. We'll watch My Hero. And then we'll do the My Hero recap episode. Thank you so much. If you have been watching along so far, make sure you hit the lovely subscribe button, clearly like something here. Or if you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. Both are free. Both greatly help the channel. I'll be seeing you guys probably here in the next 5 to 15 minutes, more likely 15 minutes. And the next episode will drop at 2:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be back in plenty of time so we can chat, talk all things My Hero, and then watch the live stream together. See ya in a little bit.